The dream of every sport journalist is to cover the biggest stage of football, which is the World Cup. And that dream, I have lived it twice. This was my second FIFA World Cup coverage. Apart from reporting about the game played on the pitch of play, the interviews and training, a lot goes into covering the FIFA World Cup. And I'm going to talk to you about my experience from having my big moments, like having the Messi's moment for the second time, to Ancelotti's interviews, and down to Yamal and looking at Peter Jury, and to crown it all, meeting the GOAT himself, the GOAT of transfer, Fabrizio. So a lot of big moments for Calister at the World Cup, but it can never crown what it means watching the best of the best when it comes to football at that big stage, competing. A World Cup that saw 10 African countries qualifying for the very first time. In this edition, I was privileged enough to have covered some of those African teams, like the game against England versus Ghana, not to forget the likes of Cote d'Ivoire against Germany in Toronto. Moving fast forward to watching DR Congo, one of the best teams at the tournament against England. Also, Egypt versus Argentina. Egypt setting a record for themselves. I really worked hard at this tournament, and this would have not been possible if not for God, who kept me alive, gave me this career, gave me the strength, and not to forget the prayers of my family, the support financially, emotionally, and being there every single time along the way. This journey started over 7 years ago. Here we are, covering the biggest stage of football once more. I want to say thank you to every brand that I worked with at this tournament, and to FIFA. This was really a great tournament, one of the best World Cup I've been to. I think the best will remain for me the World Cup that took place in Qatar, and to the United States of America, Canada, and Mexico for being such a great host. This might be the end of an era for a lot of top great footballers like Messi, Ronaldo. We might see them again, but it just looks like this is the end. And Neymar Jr., but I was opportune to have seen them played live. I want to say a special shout out to a lady. I call her baby journalist. This young lady, Miss Gospel Sport, has been through a lot, covering her first FIFA World Cup. Her work rate, mind blowing. I was like, did I do this when I covered my first World Cup? But an incredible sport journalist. Step by step, she shows how hardworking she is, ready to learn and grow. And this has been such a great experience covering this World Cup alongside with my baby journalist for life. I'm your favorite sport girl, Calister, live here in New York City for the final time during this FIFA World Cup. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the engagement. Thank you for everything you've done.